I've completed basing this electric football Arizona Cardinal defense. If you recall in the last video, I was trying to find a base that could play left outside linebacker here. And I tweaked a base to play that position. Remember the figure that I was trying to get to play that side? This is the original Rutledge customized figure that I put together. And the base that I tweaked for it was a Tudor Super Pro Line base. So this base had proven that it could play the left outside linebacker for me, and we're going to test that base later. And if you recall in the last video, I was looking at this figure, this buzzball figure, to play the left side. Well, since I have the player I want on the left side now to play, this guy over here, I decided to use this figure as a roving linebacker. And what I had done to base it, I took this ITZ gear base off of the middle linebacker nose tackle figure here. Remember the last video I was talking about maybe putting this figure in place of the nose tackle. But since I had tweaked the base, another base for this nose tackle, which I'll talk about in a moment, I was able to take this figure and use it as a rover on this ITZ gear base. So this figure is going to be a situational player. Depending on what I see from an offense will determine where I place this player and when I bring this player out. So the nose tackle player, which is this Haiti Repro blocker, I tweaked an ITZ power dial base for it. Okay, so this guy, he's going to be our starting nose tackle or middle linebacker, depending on which defense I use, because I can play a 3-4 or 4-3 defense with these electric football Cardinals. Okay, here's our linebacker playing the left side. It's the original Rutledge figure, remember? Got him on a Pro Line, a Super Pro Line Tudor base. And this is where he would play at, the left side of defense. Let's watch him loop. See how he comes from here and loops here? That's what I want this guy to do. And I know that by tweaking this base, I know that these prongs right here, as you see it, these two prongs on the top right corner of this base, that's what gives him the ability to turn. Because if I push down on those prongs slightly, I can get this base to turn a little bit tighter. And set him down and see what happens. See, that time he went straight. Okay, let me push back up on those prongs just a little bit. All right, let's see what he does. See how tight he turned? So it's when I push up, after tweaking this base, I know that when I push up on these prongs, I'm going to get that turn I need. And if I push down on these prongs, these two pair of prongs, this pair of prongs right here, he'll run straight. Let's see what happens. Then you notice the turn wasn't as sharp. So this base, I have an understanding now of what it does. Now that I have my linebacker looping, I want to match him up against a blocker. And I want to see how his loop is affected when blocked by an opponent. And this is our our hitting pad right here. This red object is going to represent our quarterback. Let's see what happens. Not bad, not bad. He pushed through the block and he still looped inside, although he didn't go to the blocking pad. Let's set it up again. Let's see what happens. Not bad. I like that. See, that's the reason why it's necessary for players to loop. Because if your defender goes straight, then all he's going to do is run past the ball carrier. You don't want that. See, you want that defender to come from his place on the field and pursue toward the middle of the field. You see? Remember our other outside linebacker? This is the right outside linebacker, okay? He's mounted on a modified Tudor shell with an ITZ dial. I'm going to put him on the field with his left outside linebacker teammate. He's looking to the left, and this linebacker, you see how his face, you see where he's looking? He's looking to the right. So they both are looking, waiting for the quarterback to take the snap. Let's see how well they loop together. You see how they meet at the quarterback? One goes high and the other goes low. Let's do this drill. We're going to set both of them out wide as if they were playing in special teams. Now what's supposed to happen, as you saw earlier, one player is going to loop this way, the other one is going to come this way. They may run into each other, they may not. If they run uninterrupted, they should run in a complete circle. One going this way and the other going that way. Let's see what happens. You see that? They met right in the middle of the field. So, okay, let's do this. Let's say I put one 5 yards behind the other. So I got this linebacker at the 45 and this linebacker at the 40. Let's see what happens. They still met, but that's still good. That's still good. I was trying to get one to go here and one to go there, and let them go back up the field. See, this is essential because this looping is essential because if the looper misses the ball carrier, right? Let's say as the ball carrier moves up like that and the looper misses. If he runs uninterrupted, he'll come back around like so as the ball carrier is moving, and he could potentially get back into the play to make the stop. That's why you don't want all of your defenders running straight down the field. Remember our nose tackle that I talked about earlier? And he's mounted on a ITZ power dial base. I'm going to test him out and see how he runs. See how he does. Let's see what happens. Not bad. That's decent speed. See if we can run him back the other way. See how he goes. Okay. Not bad at all. Well, so far this team looks like it's coming together nicely. I'm Mo. Thanks for watching.